What's up everyone? Welcome back to today's video. First off, I want to say I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Tuesday. I am getting so excited for the Red Bluff Outlaws this weekend. Friday night we have play day, which we're going to get to go out, run a few sessions of practice, kind of get back in the swing of things at the indoor bull ring. And then Saturday is the first points race. And we're going to be running with factory QRC just like we did last season and making a run at the championship. I get so pumped up talking about Red Bluff. I have been ready for it literally since we were running at Cycland before even the showcase. I wish the Red Bluff season was longer. It's so short. It's just 12 races during the point season, and then we have the West Coast Nationals. But the facility is so awesome, and it's just one of those places when you're at, you feel like you're at a racetrack. So professionally run, and being at the Tama County Fairgrounds in the Paulie Davis Pavilion adds so much to it. So I'm ready to get back there, race at a track with a lot of history, and just carry on another year at the Red Bluff Outlaws. This will be my 10th year running full time with them every single race. I have not missed a race there in the past 9 years, so it's been very fun, and like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back there. Now today's video has a lot to do with it, and what we're going to be doing today is watching back our successful races we had at Red Bluff last year, which were our 3 wins. Now personally, I think the best thing a racer can do to prepare themselves mentally if they've never been to a track, or if they're going back to a track they haven't been to in 6 or 8 months, or just a track that they run at all the time and they're trying to get better at, that is to watch film. As a racer, I don't think there's anything you can do better for yourself than watch film, because you can see exactly what you did right, you can see exactly what you did wrong, and then if you're having a bad night or you're struggling at a racetrack, usually, the guy that's filming up top, if there is someone, they are filming the leader, so you can watch and see exactly what the fast guys are doing so you can know what to improve on. Fast 4 Media is a huge tool at Red Bluff because those are the guys that cover every single night. My good buddy at Kyler Shaw, he films it all, so I can go back and they post the whole stream. So you can go and watch each individual heat race, see who the fast guys were. During the A main event, if maybe you're struggling to run top 10, you can go and watch the leader, see what kind of moves they do, what lines they're running. Like, I know I've gotten out of the car before and I've been running the top the whole race, and they're like, why were you up there? The leader was literally running the bottom. So film is a very important tool, and I recommend you use it. I even have a World of Outlaw driver that 100% agrees with me on this one. I watched an Open Red podcast last year, and Brad Sweet talked about how much film he watches, and how even going to a new track, or if they go to a track the next day, for example, let's say they're running the Silver Dollar Speedway, he will watch the previous year's highlights 5 times. Those were literally his exact words, and he talked about he would just go back and watch a bunch of the previous races, see what he could improve on, so he's just mentally prepared for the night. So anyway, let's get into today's video. First off, we're going to watch the Tyler Woolf Memorial. Then we're going to watch points race number 3, which is the race after the Tyler Woolf Memorial. And then we're going to watch points race number 10. So I got my big bulky headphones here, and we're going to be watching each of these 3 A main events. Keep in mind the first 2 are from Fast 4 Media, which obviously I don't own that footage. Their link is in the description below. Stay tuned, because this year at Red Bluff, I'm hoping to do more than 1 free race. At the end of last season for championship night, I sponsored the event, and you guys all were able to watch it free on my YouTube channel. Me and Kyler are good friends, so we got a nice partnership there where we're going to work together more this season. So stay tuned for that. First 2 are from Fast 4. The last one is a GoPro footage from points race number 10. And this is going to be pretty fun, so let's get right into it.
This one's for you, Tyler Wolf. Red Bluff Outlaws, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off of turn number 4. We are green.
Well, a rough start for the AT&T at Tanner Holmes, and we stay green. That was interesting. Tanner Holmes got run over by the 0-1 of Carson Souza. The green light stays on. Chase Hill out front, your early leader.
My car was so fast this night. Jesse Caldwell had set it up kind of because Jimmy was out of town and he was helping me out, and we were working together on what to do.
Holmes takes back over the 3rd spot after that rough start.
Like, we fell back early, but we so quickly got back to the front. I mean, obviously we didn't fall back too far, but you just can see how much better we are than all the other cars.
In charge of this one early on.
Yeah, a couple of young guns on the backside of the top line.
Here we go, out of turn 4, back.
Such an advantage to start on the top at Red Bluff. It's crazy how good it is.
In the 3rd spot.
Yeah, he gets clear of the 57 of Daniel Whitley. Now he's working on Jake Park down to the inside. Shows him the nose right there, but Park clears him down the front straightaway.
It's funny, the first few races also, this like top 4, top 5 was the same every night, it seemed like. Into second we go. Good. That was a really good slider, I felt. Just a good, it put the 77X in a tough spot.
Whitley does the same thing to Tyler Seavey.
9 laps
Now
to
we're
go.
on the front
The
row with
lights
Chase
are
Hill.
out.
Me and Chase had some good
Hill,
battles.
Tanner Holmes turn him loose once again.
Tanner Holmes with a great start, slides in front of the 1C at Chase Hill. Hill's going to turn it back to the inside, but Holmes blocks the line.
One of the best starts of my career. That was perfect. I mean, like I said, you can just see how fast our stuff was. I mean, we had more grip. I felt like my line was a little bit better. Jesse spun the wrenches perfectly. Like him and I made the perfect calls on what to do. And Jesse and I drive very similar, so that's kind of why that worked. Track was actually perfect this night. I mean, you can literally see the bottom was not as good as the top, but it was still there. I mean, Brandon LaChance, one of the best at running it. He's in the top 5. Rolling around in the little bit of grip that's left.
Down the front straightaway one more time around, Elijah.
Tanner Holmes down the back straightaway. He's looking for the Tyler Wolf Memorial title.
Probably my favorite win I've had at Red Bluff. I mean, this is so cool because the Tyler Wolf Memorial, Tyler Wolf was such an icon there. It's for so many years, and so to win his race was pretty cool. I was hyped.
And here comes.
I know Jimmy wasn't in town, so it made it that much better because, like, you know, we were able to perform when the boss wasn't there, and it was cool. He was watching and to win the race and all.
Papa Toph down there, ladies and
Kinda
gentlemen.
slide Carly there, push her out the way.
Tyler Wolf Memorial winner, Tanner Holmes.
So that's the first race there. I was fast. I was good. Just everything kind of fell into place that night. We struggled kind of early on during single car qualifying, and Jesse came over because he didn't start helping me at the beginning of the night. We were talking with Jimmy, and Jimmy was telling us what to do, and Jesse came over and was like, hey, let's change this, let's do this, let's do this, and we kind of did that, and I was much freer in the heat race. My car felt better, and then from there, he was talking to Jimmy too, and we just kind of made the right calls. You know, Jesse's really, really smart and intelligent on what to do, and like I said, we drive similar, so that helped us a bunch, and now we'll be on to the third race.
Outlaws, we got them racked.
Race number
we got
3.
them stacked, and we got the grandstands
Starting
packed.
7th.
Let's go racing off of turn number 4. We are green.
So one thing you'll notice here early on in all this footage is how the track looks a little bit blacker. It's much more abrasive, and so that means that, you know, the tires grip more, the times are going to be much faster. And you definitely want to be on the top because when a track it is kind of taking rubber, but not like a sprint car race. So you want to make sure you're right in the crease, and it was really, really fast.
Give it to Stevie at the line.
Looking back for the 30 at Casey McLean. Right now running in the 14th position. Has not moved forward a whole lot. Being patient early on in this race.
Like Tyler's running the bottom here, and you can see he just doesn't have the drive off, you know, compared to what the top size guys
who slides in
have.
front of Ren Eberhard. Perkins gets by 2 cars on that.
A good example is this next lap coming off of 4. Watch how much room I gain on these guys when they both run the bottom. Like all of a sudden I'm almost pushing the 35. You know, and we were so good this night too. Jimmy was in town and he made all the right calls as well. I mean, we just were kind of trying some stuff, trying to get some speed, and starting 7th wasn't really the best, but we were decent, and just started chugging along, and man, we had the speed.
Maybe starting to reel him in a little bit in the 77X.
Yeah, Park is stalking the 1C right now. Last weekend,
you can kind of see, like I said once again, how black it is compared to, you know, the last race.
Once again as he comes up on the back of the field.
And definitely a little bit more single file racing when it's like this, because it's tough to pass sliders. You know, cars are going faster, so it's harder to throw sliders, more like a heat race. And once again, the Harvest Company number 1C was up front. He was good all year long.
Carson Perkins, those two swapped that position once again in 1 and 2. Here comes Holmes again, makes the right.
That was not my best slider. After you said we made a little bit of contact, it just wasn't the smartest move, but I was trying to be aggressive. So we got into 4th.
Each week as well. Lights are out. Here we go. Back to green. 12 laps remain.
And a great restart for Chase Hill right there as he clears the 77X of Jake Park. Casey McLean gets bottled up in the back of the field, loses a couple spots, so that's going to hinder his progress.
At this point in the year, like, small holes looked big on the track. Like, I knew I needed to get into 2nd there. It's way more, it's bad to be in 3rd. You either want to be 2nd or 4th.
Brian McGann Jr., we go yellow. 15 laps down, 10 laps remain. Open main event goes back to green.
Tanner Holmes got a good restart there, but Chase Hill blocked the line from big wreck in turn 1. And we are going yellow for Carson Perkins and Carson Souza.
I mean, Chase's car was good, though. You could see how fast he was off the start. Like, his car was good early, and I think it faded a little bit. My car was just consistent. It was just fast.
Right behind him like he was last weekend, about 2 car lengths back. Jake Park is now falling out of the picture a little bit. Casey Schmitz makes some contact with Brandon LaChance racing for 5th. Here comes Schmitz down to the inside. He's got the spot.
Tanner Holmes to the lead in turn number 1. He slides in front of Chase Hill. Hill drives back by him. Squeeze play on the outside of the racetrack. Tanner Holmes at the line will lead that lap.
Chase Hill drives it in there, gives him the Nerf bar. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Unbelievable stuff at the front of the field. They make contact again.
But we got him there. It was just back and forth. You know, we're all fighting for that little bit of grip on the top. So it's just product of Red Bluff there. But me and Chase, I mean, we were cool after it. We had a good battle.
Tanner Holmes once again going for 2 victories in a row. This kid is determined for a championship this year. He'll come down to 2 laps to go this time by.
91's creeping up there, though, man.
Jake Park and Tyler Stevie still side by side, racing for the 3rd spot. Tyler Stevie's got at the line, got a yellow out with 2 to go.
The yellow flag gonna halt the party instead of the white flag. Tanner Holmes has got to be the sickest man in America.
So disappointed because I knew something could happen now if the 1C made the right move.
Will come out off of turn number 4. Tanner Holmes leads them out of turn 4. He shoots out to the race lead down the back straightaway. 1 the final time.
Ran right through the
He's
middle.
looking for back-to-back
sure
main events. He protects the bottom. Tanner Holmes is your winner once again.
So that was points race number 3, our second win of the season. We just did everything right. You know, our setup was right where we needed to be. I ran the right lines. I was aggressive when I needed to. When I needed to back off a little bit and kind of like be patient and wait for the right moment. You know, we didn't have to win the race on the first lap of every restart, but we made the right moves. Now, there's not as much GoPro footage in this one. I just tried to put in the interesting parts of the race, but we're green. You can see it's really fun when you get out front at Red Bluff, especially. This was my fastest lap of the race right here, lap number 2, I remember. It was an 8.6, which is absolutely ripping considering a normal lap around Red Bluff that's fast in the A, like is 8.9s and 8.8s at the fastest. So when we were turning 8.6s, the other field is in trouble. Like the rest of the field is in trouble. And the other fastest lap in this race was Daniel, which you'll see, he's now my teammate in the 57. He was an 8.5, or he was an 8.9, sorry. So we were 3/10 quicker. And he gets a good start here. Nice little slide job. He was going for his first win. I kind of expected him to be a tad bit more aggressive with the slide job right here, but he gave me plenty of room. He ran me clean, you know, but I wasn't sure what his game plan was, so. But once we got out front and got in some clean air, I was able to just focus. I was unbeatable this night. We were just so much better. I mean, of course, a lot can happen, but when you're as fast, at least when we get out front, it's going to be hard to catch us. A lot of yellows, though, in this race, though. I believe this is now the last run. That I just kind of, you know, because we didn't have a whole lot of sliders, like how everything kind of played out and how our restarts were really on point. Like I was really, really fast. In the last few laps, my throttle kind of was starting to hang a little bit because I think some dirt and stuff got in the cable. But we got the win there. That was, of course, a lot shorter, but that was really all that, you know, had taken place during the race. And just like that, that's our 3rd race. Obviously way quicker, but our car was just so good. Our car was unbeatable, and it was really, really fun just to get out front and pick off lap after lap and get faster. You know, I bet my average for laps was 8.7, which, like I mentioned, that's very, very fast around Red Bluff, considering qualifying quickest is usually 8.2s and 8.3s, so the track slows down a lot. But when a track's very, you know, normal or all the cars, you know, aren't too spread out in times, it's 8.9s are the fastest. So, man, that's our goal every single night, to get to that speed by the end. And that's what every driver shoots for sure. Don't get me wrong. So it's going to be tough this year at Red Bluff, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. So that was really fun, get to go back and watch a few of my races from last season. If I wanted to, I could have made like a 30 or 40 minute video sitting down and watching that, literally pausing it every 10 seconds just to kind of talk about what moves kind of mean what and what my intentions were. That's where I think a lot of Outlaw kart drivers are so successful when they hop into other things. Because when you're at Red Bluff and Cycleland, you have to be thinking like 10 moves ahead of what's going on. If I run this line, this guy's gonna do this, and this is how he could pass me, and that I have to counter that with this move, or I have to run this line. And especially on starts, when you're starting side by side, if you don't fire off right, you have to have like 4 different game plans on what you're gonna do going into turn 1, depending on what the inside or outside guy is gonna do. And then if you fire off right, you have to have 4 more game plans on how you wanna approach the corner. I mean, it is so incredible if you really were to get in the mind of what's going on. So it's pretty crazy. Red Bluff is literally a whole type of racing in itself, but that's all I got for this video. We're gonna be heading down there this week to build some karts at QRC and get them ready to go racing. So I'll see you guys all at the first points race and a few more videos this week. Deuces.